All right, welcome to Golden Optic Gaming. Today we're going to be looking at Bazzite. This is a different gaming distro of Linux. I want to say it's Fedora based, I think, but let's get into it. All right, let's look up Bazzite OS and let's get into Power. Yeah, okay, powered by Fedora, so it is. All right, let's see. And I have kind of looked at this last night a little bit, but not much. I wanted this video to be as fresh and as easygoing as possible. Let's see. Let's, thought I had said something about, okay, hardware selection. I have a desktop. GPU vendor is AMD. And if you want to try, on my other video, I did, nope. My other video, I did, what the flip does that keep happening? Anyway, let's do this. Alright, so here we want to go desktop. GPU is AMD. What desktop environment do you prefer? I like KDE. Gnome's not bad. I've used Gnome for a while because that's what I used to use for Fedora back in the day. But let's go with KDM. Choose if you want Steam gaming mode. Yeah, let's do gaming mode. All right. So let's download Bazzite. I don't know how long it's going to take. If it takes a long time, then I will do something else. I'll pause it and we'll come back to it. It's going to take a while. We'll just see how this is. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know I installed this in a virtual machine. So let's look, see how long it's going to take. And it says a minute and 54 seconds left. But I installed this in a virtual machine. I use Virt Manager. That's not it. Virt Manager, which is this here. I don't have anything in here right now. I just deleted my Steam Deck Hollow ISO install. I backed it up, but it doesn't matter if I lose anything over this. A virtual machine. I don't care about it. But I'm interested to see. I think I tried to do Bazzite maybe 4 or 5 months ago, just playing around with different ones with older gaming laptops with like 1050 Ti's in them, because there was no way I was getting Hollow ISO to work, because if you don't have a AMD GPU, you're not getting it to work. And I'm a little biased about Hollow ISO because I like it, because that's what I've been using, and it was exactly like Steam Deck. But everybody's been talking about Bazzite or Nabarro. I do have Nabarro installed on something that I installed a while back, but it just seems like a regular desktop environment to me. But we'll see what Bazzite has to offer. So how much time we got left on this? 41 seconds maybe. And I'm going to try to make this as big as I can get it. And I won't be able to do all of the video in here, because once I get this machine set up, I have to do some stuff to make it where it passes through to my actual GPU. So once that gets done, we'll start installing. And Virt Manager did pretty good. I did some FPS testing. It didn't do great. I could get 60 frames per second, but it would drop down to like 5 and just like completely freeze. And so I guess gaming on a virtual machine isn't the best. But if you do have, like, say, an older laptop that you want to make mobile or portable, what you can do is you can set up on your main box to have like Steam, and then game through that streaming, because I do it on my 1050 Ti older machines. It's pretty good, pretty fluid. Doesn't look too bad. But let's go ahead and get into this install. So I'm gonna create a new virtual machine, local ISO, And I need to choose it because I've never used this one before. So Bazzite, what? Did I have another? Did I have a thing? Let me see. What was that one called? Bazzite Stable. Let me make sure I got the latest one because it looks like I might have downloaded before. I didn't think I did, but maybe I did. Nope. Okay, nope. That's the only one. All right, cool. All right, so let's get back to here. And this looks like Fedora. I don't know what Fedora it is though. But we'll just go with 39 because that's the latest one. If not, it'll be bad. All right, so memory, I want to give it 16 gigs of memory, 6 CPUs, forward. I probably don't need this big, but I'll make it big anyway, just in case I want to install more things on it. I don't know. All right, so let's customize this, and I'm gonna name it Steam Deck. That's what I named my last one. So let's see if it'll let me, because I deleted it. Okay, it did. All right, I need to choose this so it'll boot. I don't think I need to do anything extra in here right now because I'm not gonna set up my pass through. Yeah, and if anybody wants to know how to make a pass through, I can make a video of that. Just let me know in the comments. So you can set up a burnt manager. You can. I don't know if it's working the way it's supposed to. The way it's supposed to is supposed to take over your whole machine. But I got it where I can have it set up on my machine on the second on the actual gaming GPU, and then I can still have the onboard with my host system still running. I don't think it's supposed to work like that, but I made it work the way I wanted it to, just so I can make videos when I need to do different stuff. But let's begin the install. All right, let's make this full screen so we can see. All right, nope, we want to, ooh, it's 40. Yee. Well, I was wrong. So I don't know if it'll make up that much of a difference. All right. This is just normal Arch stuff run, not Arch, but Linux stuff running through to get everything set up. All right, and I am in the United States, English. All right. What did I just do? I clicked something wrong. Continue. Why does it keep doing that? That's weird. Get out of here. Let's just hit enter. Okay. User. Let's create our user. Let's call him Deck. Require a password for this account. And I don't want to require a password for this account, but oh, I guess I got to if I want to put a password in here. So password. It doesn't like my password. Password. He says it's good. Alright, that's done. And installation. You want that. Alright. Done. Alright, let's begin the installation. I'm not in Chicago. Though I got family in the Midwest. My grandfather's from Peoria. And I got a lot of family in Freeport. So I want, I'm on the East Coast, so okay. So there we go. All right. Done. Now let's begin. Oh, it went back to here. Begin. All right. I don't know why it wants to go back to my host system. But let's see. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't want to be too long in here. Looks like this is done. It took quite a little longer than I thought. but it's a Bazzite deck is now successfully installed and ready for you to use. Go ahead and reboot your system to start using it. And I'm not sure how this is going to work because I'm on a virtual machine, so it might not come up for me to game on it, but we'll see. All right, let's see. See what we got. Let's get full screen. Okay, so that's coming up. I think the thing about Bazzite is it will work on any GPU, so that's pretty good. That'll work on any. So maybe I'll be able to see it outside of game mode before I have to set up a pass-through to do some actual gaming on it. So that'll be interesting to see. Display. All right, that's Bazzite. Let's see what we get. Okay. I'm going to be working on Bazzite today. I guess in the first part of the video, I showed the install. If I edit this in, I did it on a virtual machine and had planned to specifically work with a virtual machine, but decided to switch things up. And I'm going to try this on an actual PC. So I've been playing around with it for a little bit for past couple of days, and it works really well. I was on the Hollow ISO train because it was Steam Deck, whatever, but Bazzite has really came a long way since I first tested it, and it's really on par with the Hollow ISO. And it has a bunch of other features that we're going to get into. First of all, let me get logged into my Steam. I'm going to use my Steam card here. Just get myself logged into Steam. Let's sign in. All right, it's logging me in to my Steam account. And Bazzite comes, it's pretty cool. It gives you a guided tour of what to expect. Welcome to Bazzite Handheld and HTPC Edition. Configure your system to get started. This utility can be reopened at any time. So if you go through one time and you want to go back and try something else that you didn't install, you can go back and open this up. Just go over here and hit Bazzite Portal. Well, you can't see it. What the crap? I don't know why my main screen is over here, but it won't go over to my the toolbar won't go over to the main desktop. But you'll just go to the little Bazzite icon. You'll click on it and just go to the Bazzite portal, and that brings this up. Okay, this is the first time logging in, so it'll take you through the steps, and you can come in here and say, hey, you got your user here, BIOS and firmware updates. Decky, you can come in here and then it'll install Decky for you, or MUDEC, or anything in here. I'm not sure if this is okay. That's just Decky. When we get a little further down, it'll show you different stuff that you can install. There's all MUDEC for you right out the box. Sunshine, if you want to use it as a server for like if you have a modded switch you want to stream. Here you can use Moonshine from the switch side. Let's do this. Install utility. I don't know what a lot of this does. I'm just installing stuff just to be installing. Okay, BitTorrent client might need that. All right, so it'll start installing stuff for you. And I hate this. I need to turn that off. Anyway, just cancel that and then put in your password. It's gonna install stuff. You can come here and see what's going on in the console. Put my password in. And this is my real password, not my fake password I use before. But you can come down here and it'll show you what's going on while it's installing. So that's pretty cool. All right, now we got that stuff installed. Let's go back over here. Go hit next. This is where it gets really interesting. You can it has application installation. You can install different browsers. I already have Firefox, so let me try. I'm gonna try Brave. I haven't used Brave, but I'm gonna try it. And then gaming, you can come over here. Now initially I turned this on and installed everything, but you can come in here. Bottles is a pretty good application. Chalky. I don't even know if I got my GeForce account still. Um, you can install game launchers here. I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to show you a different way, an easier way that does all the heavy lifting for you. If you watch my previous videos, it was showing how to install launchers. With this thing does it for you. It does all the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to know or do anything. It does everything that you need to know. All you got to know is the path to where the games are to add them to your Steam, to launch them from there. So we'll do that. So I'm just going to install this stuff right here for right now. And you got to turn this on. Emulation. I like a lot of emulators, so I'll probably just turn this on. It has like a lot of things like MAME. It has PCSX2. It even has Ryujinx. So that's pretty good for playing different playing Switch games. You know, it's playing Switch games is what it is. I have Yuzu installed on my main Steam, but you can use Yuzu. I don't have that. I don't know if I need that. I don't have a Steam Stream Deck, so I don't need any of that. And I'm already using OBS to record this. If I want, I can Spotify turn that on. Let's see, Office and Productivity. See what we got in here. Has a lot of cool stuff in here. I'm gonna turn my I'll do Blender and LibreOffice because I use that, and I love Krita. So let's turn that on. I don't know if I even need GIMP. GIMP's pretty good, so let me turn that on. All right, so utilities on. Let's see what's in here. Turn on Qubit torrent and VLC. Definitely VLC. All right, so turn that on, and then you just hit install, and it'll start installing all those applications for you. Not sure how long this is going to take, so I'm going to pause it right here until this is done, and then we'll get into some other stuff on here. Okay, now we got our applications installed. Next, all right, now you can install more stuff here. I don't think I installed anything else besides what I already had. Let's take a look and see what they got. Oh yeah, it's just a Discovery Store. I can go there anytime. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing we want to do. All right, so now we got now we have our applications installed. Let's go. Let's install, because I didn't install launchers and I made it a point not to install launchers. What I'm going to do is non-Steam launchers. We're going to go to GitHub and get non-Steam launchers. This will install everything for you, does all the heavy lifting. You don't have to go through all the steps. If you have to go through the steps, I have videos to show you how to do that, but this right here makes it 100 times easier. All right, so now we got our launchers downloaded. So what we need to do is once we get them downloaded, we'll open up this, open up your terminal, CD downloads, and then we'll go, no we don't do that, don't do that. I don't know why I always want to do that. I'm Linux person, I want to run everything from the terminal. What you're going to do is come over here, you're going to go to downloads where you downloaded it at, if you download it there, and then we're going to double click on it. It's going to ask you if you want to execute it. You're going to say yes, and it's going to say this will start the program. If you do not trust this program, click cancel. We want to do it, so we're going to click continue, and it should pop it up. Okay, here. This is where you want to install your launchers. And I'll just install just about everything I can think of, except that I'm not going to install that evil app. They can kick rocks. But let's install just about everything else. Here, Rockstar. And I may use that as the game that I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. Remote play, whatever. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if I got GeForce still or not. That looks like everything. Let's install Twitch too, I guess. All right, so that we got everything that we want installed here, all the launchers. If you want EA, you can install EA, but I have a video to show you how to do Origin app instead. Let's hit OK. And I don't even think I don't know if this is a joke or just an example, but they got MySpace, LimeWire, and AOL up here. And of course, nobody uses any of those anymore. I don't think. But anyway, I never had a MySpace actually, so I wouldn't know if people still use it or not. I mean, I have a Facebook and I don't even use that hardly ever. Unless somebody says, "Hey, did you see what I put on Facebook?" And I'm like, "No," and then I have to go and see, and then I get stuck in this rabbit hole of scrolling through Facebook and wishing people happy birthday and feeling guilty that I didn't wish other people happy birthday. That's just me though. But let's moving on. All right. So this is going to install all those launchers for us, and where it's going to be is you need to come over here. I'm gonna show you where it's going to install them at. You need to come over here to your folder, turn on show hidden files. That's how you're going to find where to install them at. And this is where everything is going to be in this one place. Like before, you had to know the exact folder that Steam installed on. With this, you don't have to know that because it's all in one place. So everything's right where you can find it. I'm going to wait for this to finish installing. Hopefully it won't take long. It'll install everything. Yeah, it just pops up there and installs it for you. It's pretty cool. I need to see what kind of games I got on Galaxy to see what I can download and launch. And once you download a game in the launcher, you can set it, add it as a non-Steam game, and it'll launch, and it'll put all of the correct paths and code and commands in for you to just launch it. You don't have to do anything. If you do it manually, you say you have to put all that stuff in. Like I said, I have videos to do that, but this makes it 100 times easier. So I was hating on Bazzite, not gonna lie. People are like, oh, you should try Bazzite. And I'm like, no, you should use Hollow ISO because it's like Steam Deck. But this is really nice. It's like Steam Deck as well. You can put it in gaming mode just like you can with Hollow ISO. You double click on that, takes you to gaming mode. You hit power on your controller, and you can switch back to desktop mode. So it's really good. Um, I might switch over because it comes with so much more stuff and makes it easier for me to do stuff. The reason I held on to my Hollow ISO so long is because I had to do everything myself. But as gaming on Linux is taking off more and more, they're making it easier, especially with handhelds. I want to get a handheld, and I was thinking about putting Hollow ISO on it, but I think I'm gonna just go with Bazzite. Having to borrow, I need to try to borrow too, but and I've had Navarro for probably about what since March or April on a 1050 Ti machine, and I only used it to play Yuzu, to play Luigi's Mansion 3 because my I had Joy-Con drift, but I've since fixed that Joy-Con drift issue, so I can actually play my Switch now and not hate life trying to play my Switch. All right, once it gets everything installed, it will it's gonna reboot Steam, so it's gonna shut Steam down and start it back up. And it's not gonna be there right away. I found you need to reboot your device because I rebooted and I went to gaming mode and then all the launchers were there. So hopefully when this is done, I can stop recording, reboot, and then we can go in and launch one of these. Yeah, because I don't know my Rockstar Games password, so I'm gonna have to go find that because I want to install. I guess I don't need that because I bought Red Dead Redemption 2 on Steam, so I'll do a non-Steam game to show you how easy this thing sets stuff up for you. And I can do that later. Looks like we're almost done. And this is too long, I will cut some of this. Alright, it's shutting Steam down now for us. And it should start it right back up. Alright, it's updating Steam. Yep, unpacking Steam runtime. Alright, and I'll look for the launchers once it comes up, and if they're not there, I'll stop the video and then we will reboot. Let me close that out. All right, so let's go to library and let's see what's in here. Why is my controller being weird all of a sudden? That's why, because I didn't close this. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, so here are, and right now I am not seeing any of those launchers. So we're going to have to do a reboot and come back and you'll see that they're there. Okay, for whatever reason, it's saying my Steam launchers aren't showing. It's saying that they're installed, but they're not showing that they're installed. So what I'm gonna do is start fresh. Oh, this feels good to start fresh. This will delete the app ID folders you install. Okay, whatever. So let's delete those and let's go in here, execute. Let's try to run this again and see what happens. I'm not gonna install so much. Maybe I guess I can anyway. I don't know what happened. But I rebooted it. Maybe I didn't reboot right. My fault because I rebooted and went into gaming mode, and I didn't want to be in gaming mode, so I got out of gaming mode. So I might have messed that up. Let's see. Luna. All right, let's do that. Twitch again. Let's see. All right, so let's do that again, and we don't want to install any of that. So let's do that. And once this finishes installing, I'll reboot and do it the right way. I guess I didn't do it right. I was trying to do it in everything in desktop mode, but I need to make sure things are running in GameScope mode first. I guess you have to reboot into GameScope mode before it'll show up. So I'm gonna do it that way because it's the way I did it when I got it to work. So we're gonna do it that way. Looks like we're getting close to the end of this install. So hopefully it does what it needs to do and installs everything in the right place this time. I'll just make sure I reboot it and do it right. Did I? I didn't know I clicked that. I don't know what that is. I guess I'll install it. I don't even know. I don't know what that is. But while saying you don't know what things are, yeah, don't do root things if you don't know what you're doing. I broke the last system that I did because I was doing some weird root stuff that I've never done before, and I've been using this stuff for ever since like the mid 2000s. I've been using Linux, and actually Fedora was the first one I used, so it's nice to come back to Fedora. So hopefully this works this time. Okay, it's gonna launch that. Now I don't expect them to be here now. I expect them to be here after a reboot. So I'm gonna check. I don't see anything in here, no launchers. So I'm gonna stop and reboot and see what happens. All right, now we're back. For some reason, I had to run the install twice, but it seemed to fix itself once I rebooted into game mode. All the non-Steam launchers were showing. So let's get in here. Okay, so it should already be here, or we can just grab it and use it. All right, there. Epic Games is there, and any other launchers that we install, I honestly don't know what that is, but I installed it. Galaxy, there's the non-Steam launchers. right there. And let's see, what else did I install? PlayStation. Yeah, I haven't launched PlayStation on this. I have no idea what that is. Don't judge me. All right, Rockstar. And normally, if you install these yourself, you have to come over here to properties to check the compatibility. That's already done for you. I set mine to experimental, but it has the shortcuts that you need to run it already installed. Like you have to do this manually if you install these launchers yourself, and it does it for you, so that's pretty good. And even if you install a game, it's the same thing, and I'll show you that. All right, so first we gotta launch this and get logged in. So this should be already set up for us. Yep. So Epic Games and the Launchers app. I can't talk. And after I get this thing set up, I will show you where to go to get your game files to launch your games straight from Steam. You won't have to go through the launcher anymore. You can just launch them straight from Steam. And we'll show you that in a minute. I don't know how long it's going to take because I'm out in my hot garage. If you watch my first video, I recorded in the garage. It was super freaking hot. It's not that hot outside, but it's just the humidity here in North Carolina. A lot of people that aren't from here that move down here from like the north or somewhere else, that's the one complaint they have is the humidity, and it is as bad as they say. I've lived here all my life, and I still hate it. But I've haven't lived outside North Carolina. I've spent extended times outside of North Carolina, like in New York and California, Kansas, Oklahoma, places like that, Illinois. My dad's side is from Illinois. He's from Peoria. Shout out to Peoria and Freeport. That's where my family's from. Let's see, it's about to launch now. And this will launch here because I'm not running it in a virtual machine like before. When I did it in a virtual machine, I had to do some special stuff to get it to launch. I didn't feel like doing all that right now, but I might make a video to show you how to do it if you want to say have like your base system and then use your onboard GPU for regular computing stuff and then use um your gaming GPU to run like whatever OS you want to run to game on. It's a fairly complicated process. I just it took me a couple of weeks to get it to where I could get it to work. And I don't know if it's working the way it's supposed to because it's supposed to take over your whole system, but I don't do all that. I like it's gonna make me log into Steam again. Jeez Louise. I've already logged into Steam. It's gonna make me log in again. Okay, let's tap that. Tap that. Sign in. That way I don't have to do any actual signing in. It'll just sign me in. Sign in. Alright. Continue. Success. Alright, close this window. It might have something behind here. Like the update or something. I don't know. Sometimes it does. Yeah, I know it does in the gaming, actual gaming mode side. Alright. So now we're in here. So let's go down to I really need to yeah, there that's what I was talking about. Okay. So this gonna update those online services. Alright. I really need to finish Alan Wake, but I'm gonna install Dead Island because I've already done Alan Wake on a video. I'd rather use a different game. So let's go Dead Island 2. Alright. It's gonna put it in. That's the location. It's gonna put it in. You can't see my air quotes, but that's the location it's gonna put it in. So let's go ahead and start downloading this. Check my downloads, see how fast they're going. I'm in my garage, so my download speeds aren't as fast as they are inside. Inside, it's like 900, 700, and 900 megabit downloads because I think I have a gig speed, but I don't get those super fast speeds out here in the garage. I get like 200 to 300 out here in the garage on my Arrow hardwired in, and we're not gonna watch this total download. That would be crazy. So I'm gonna pause it and we'll come back. Alright, so our game is installed, and we could launch it from here, but we're not going to launch it from here. What I'm going to do is set it up to launch directly from Steam. So let's close this out. We'll stop this. And what we need to do is go down to add a game. We'll add a non-theme game. Did I click it? I don't know if I clicked it. Alright, so I figured something out with this. You don't have to actually add games once you get them installed. What you can do, let's go here. Let's see if I can find a small game. What's this? What size is this? Yeah, it's not very big. Yeah, let's do this. So we're going to install 20 minutes till dawn. Let's install that. All right. So I got it here. So let's go. Pull this down. We're going to close this out. Close that. Stop that. All right. So now we install 20 minutes till dawn. It will be right here is where it would be. But since it's not, what we're going to do is you can exit Steam. All right. So now we'll go back into Steam. Let's pull it back up. And let's go to our library. And if this works right, it should be right here. Already installed. Everything's already set up for you. This NonSteam launcher does all the heavy lifting. I don't know if it's that and Bazzite, but figured that out today. So just thought I'd share that as well. I'm gonna have to edit my video because in the video I actually manually add the game, but you don't have to do that. You can do it. It's like that. It's just that simple.